Good evening. I'm going to try and make zoning code, which is a really dry topic, as interesting as possible. The zoning code of Ames refers to solar panels as solar energy systems, which is kind of a mouthful. Everybody else calls them solar panels. So you might hear me refer to either SES or to solar panels in the presentation here. So some of the frequent questions that we get, my boss wanted me to make sure that we talked about you can put solar panels on the front of your house. Apparently there's been some confusion about that, and we wanted to clarify that yes, you can do that. And I've got some diagrams here in a minute, and we'll talk about how you can go, where you can put those on your property. You do need a permit. It's the city government, of course you need a permit. And solar panels are also allowed in historic districts as well, that you may need the permission of the Historic Preservation Commission, which I can, if you have questions about that, I can put you in touch with our planner who does that. This is an example that I drew up, and so this is there are two kinds of for residential solar panels. You can either have them freestanding or you can have them attached. So for freestanding, you cannot put any panels in your front yard. So where your front yard here is or in front of your front yard setback, it's different for every zone. So if you want to come and talk to us, we'd be happy to look at your property, see where you can't put those. You can put them in between your front setback and your house, but with a special use permit from the Board of Adjustment. There are setbacks for freestanding panels, 6 feet along the side, along the rear, along the other side. And then there are some height limits as well, 6 feet in the rear, and then 4 feet if allowed in the front. And basically what all of our regulations are intended to do is to minimize any effect on neighborhood character that the panels might have. Not everybody likes the look of them, and so the goal of the code is to allow them, but to help them to fit as much as possible into neighborhood. And some things to know about freestanding solar panels. They cannot go in any easements on your lot. So if you've got a survey of your property, you might want to check that before you start going through the process. They do have to be on the same lot. So if you say owned a lot across the street, could not go there, do have to be on the same piece of property as the house. And there are some lot coverage restrictions as well, 1/10 of the footprint of the structure or 100 square feet, and that's again for freestanding. So for attached, you can see here I've outlined, this is 5 feet from this structure, and so the panels can project at least 5 feet. Panels can go, when they're attached, they can either go on the roof, which is probably what most people end up doing, or they can also go actually on the side of your house, but you'll want to obviously talk to whoever manufactures the solar panels and look at where you get the most sun and so forth, because you want to place them where they will be most effective. There are also some restrictions about having the panels extend into setbacks. You can't go farther than 50% into a rear or side setback, and the max height of the panels is equal to that of whatever is in the zoning district, and those do vary from district to district. If you are interested in mounting the panels on the front wall, that would also require a special use permit. Again, panels can't project into easements. And roof-mounted systems do need to be parallel to the pitch of the roof and no higher than 6 inches above that. They can go a max of 5 feet above the pitched roof with permission from the Board of Adjustment. And so you can have them on a flat roof, you can have them on a pitched roof, but there are some restrictions. The main criteria, as I said before, the purpose of the criteria is to keep the panels in line with the character of your neighborhood. Panels are also permitted in commercial areas. I just stuck to residential here. If you're interested in that, you can come and talk to me. And the panels also do need to follow any applicable building codes. So we're looking at, keeping you safe and making sure that the panels are able to stay up. So if you do have any questions, feel free to come by the Planning and Housing Department, and we would be happy to answer those for you.